What's going on to you, Taurus, out here? Before I begin, I just want to go ahead and give another shout out to Smooth Lindo. Shout outs to you again. I'm gonna post her. Uh, yeah, she lives an alternative lifestyle. We not gonna go in and disrespect her. But the point that I'm trying to make here is I'm gonna go ahead and drop the links to her TikTok and her YouTube pages. No, I've already done a TikTok. Her YouTube pages in the comment section below. Go ahead, check her out, give her a chance. She's actually really funny. She knows how to tell a joke, which is rare. Anyway, shout outs to Smooth Lindo, right? Which is a Taurus. So for you, Taurus, you have the beginnings, you have new beginnings, the nine of Ariel, and then you have the divine guidance. So like new beginnings would be judgment, and divine guidance would be the Hierophant. So for you, Taurus, right? Welcome. Um, uh, there's a sense of you, Taurus, basically understanding that you're gonna actually get to know other people romantically. There's a strong romantic under overtone and undertone here. This is about romance. There's a sense of you, Taurus, not really caring about the difficulties, being okay with the difficulties, seeing the difficulties, and actually still being able to march forward and getting to know other people romantically regardless, right? There's a sense of you, Taurus, looking for a relationship. The reason why I can say that is because of specifically the new beginnings and the nine of Ariel. The new beginnings would be the new beginnings, right? Starting something new, but also it's the equivalent of the judgment. So it's like you've been single for a few months now, and you, Taurus, under, y'all got to do what comes naturally to you, right? Y'all are the lovers of the zodiac sign. Taurus, you need love. You need love. That's something that a lot of you, Taurus, will be a bachelor, but if you had a choice, you would not be. You're ruled by Venus as well, which is the planet of love. So that's my point, right? Being in love. Um, and so there's this sense of what you're beginning new from what is old is just being by yourselves. A lot of you, Taurus, took a couple of months off. You've been hard at work. You've been doing your thing. Literally, the new year, the fiscal new year in 2025 is coming literally in a few days. It's the 28th. Fiscal new year is the 1st. We literally have 4 days to, right? 4 days until January 1st, right? We have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then Wednesday is the 1st, right? So a lot of you are kind of looking at what it is that you, Taurus, can do, stepping into the new year, starting it now so that you don't have to, wait so long for it to actually manifest. So a lot of you, Taurus, have made the decision, boom, that a lot of you are going to, are those people? Anyway, regardless of who to what, I do have to remember that this is New York, though. Anyway, so there's a sense of you, Taurus, basically deciding to move forward regardless and being like, okay, boom, you're still going to get to know people regardless. And that, yeah, you done did the single thing, but it's time for you to get back out here and do your own thing. And then you have the Hierophant, which is Taurus and Sagittarius mixed together in one card. And so there's a sense of you, Taurus, would honestly feel more enriched, or that your life would be more enriched if you actually had a significant other. So it's like, yeah, you have all these amazing things. How However, you wish that you would have a significant other to share it with, right? That's just kind of how big you Taurus's heart can be um, when you're ready. And see, the thing is that the next couple of cards right here are the Lovers and the Queen of Gabriel. So, as I said before, right, Taurus being the lovers of the zodiac sign, y'all are the ones that basically need to be in love the most. The zodiac sign that needs to have something in love, have something that you love or someone that you love the most out of all the zodiac signs. Because a lot of you Taurus, y'all strive on that. You know, you live and you breathe by love. And there's nothing wrong with that. I didn't say that there was anything wrong with that, right? I literally wrote a book on it. And shout outs to the people who buy my book, by the way. Shout outs to you. If you ever buy it and you bring it and we ever hang out in real life and you want me to sign it, I'll literally go and sign the book. If you buy it, if you buy a physical copy and you bring it, I'll literally sign it for you. I'll sign it for you. What was I saying? And so the situation with that is, like I said before, you Taurus, you gotta be you. You can't, y'all been, that's inanimate objects. Okay. You've been doing your thing and you've been whatever and been single and things have been great. But a lot of you Taurus, you have that intuition and that instinct of you want somebody. And so there's a sense of you Taurus not really hiding that anymore. You Taurus being a lot more able to understand what's going on, right? As opposed to like hiding that away and trying to act like you're super tough. There's a sense of you're revealing that you're even more tough by actually saying that out loud, because you actually need to have thicker skin in order to kind of know what you want, say what you want, right? Confront what it is that you want. And then you have the Two of Raphael and the Ten of Michael. And these two cards right here for you represents how, and so a lot of you Taurus are going to wait until the new year comes in. But a lot of you Taurus are not going to wait a very long time. This is just you Taurus just understanding as of right now, because literally, again, last couple of days, we're on the last few days of the year, right? So if you're talking about dating for 2024, I mean, come on. You know, the year's basically over. You know what I'm saying? The year's over at this point. But so it's this sense of you Taurus are just kind of planning as to what it is that you want to see in 2025 moving forward. And a lot of you Taurus are not going to wait for a particularly long time until like February or whatever the case may be. I'm seeing how it is that a lot of you Taurus are gonna start to date as soon as the new year step in. As soon as the new year comes in, you Taurus are already gonna go out here trying to look to see if there's anybody that you Taurus can make an emotional and spiritual connection with, right? And a physical connection with. And the Ten of Swords and the King of Ariel represents, just be careful not to essentially get used, because that's what the cards pop up as, right? But also, more importantly, it's saying that because when you actually want to like really get to know somebody, I'm telling you what it is, people are gonna try to play you. You know, we already know this, right? People are gonna try to use you. They're gonna try to get you for everything that you have. They're gonna try to use your mind, use your body. They're gonna try to put you through the ringer, and all it's gonna do is pretty much wear you out. And then now you're gonna feel like, you Taurus are gonna feel like, well, whoa, what is the point of even trying to get to know some people? So These cards are basically letting you know that if you see somebody and they're not appreciating what you've got going on, and to leave them alone. And this is what it is that I'll be saying when I say that real love is a 50-50 split, because it's this notion of, oh, well, you got to be with somebody who likes you more than you like them. I understand what it is that they trying to say with that you have to find someone that really likes you. But finding somebody that likes you more, like finding somebody that you are really not enthusiastic to really get to know, I'm not even gonna lie, like that's a horrible plan. That's terrible. And I'll tell you why it's terrible. It's terrible, my dear Taurus, because it's terrible due to the fact that why would you want to be with somebody whom you are not enthusiastic to really be getting to know? And this is what it is that I'm saying. Like, why be with someone? See, this is what I'm talking about with these relationships. Like, why there's so much mental gymnastics going on. Fighting over 50-50. Like, people basically coming up with all kind of excuses not to do anything in relationships, and give the person that they supposed to be in a relationship with on paper less. Trying to offer less, trying to do less, trying to put them in a situation where it's less. We in a relationship, but you're going to do way more and I'm going to do way less compared to you. And you're going to agree to this because what I'm giving you, like, this is what I've been saying. Like, when you understand the dynamics of relationships, these are not healthy relationships, because you, Taurus, should not want to be in a relationship with somebody whom you legitimately don't want to be up in the face of, because it's one-sided. Because what it is this person may like you, but this person is also doing things to get you, Taurus, to like them more. And they know that, and you know that. Instead of you just actually being up in the face of a person whom you are enthusiastic, you want to get to know, and they want to get to know you just as much. But when you say that, this is what I mean when I say it's 50-50. And see, the Three of Raphael and the Knight of Gabriel represents, be careful for anybody who is giving you somewhat of a difficult time when it comes to you, Taurus, getting to know them. Like, if you find yourself in a situation, Taurus, where you're the ones that's doing the majority of the work and they're doing far less of the work, you're going to have to stay out of that. Because the world has normalized non-50-50 relationships. And this is what I mean when I say the world has normalized non-50-50. Any relationship that is not a 50-50 relationship, and there's no exceptions to this, that's a parasitic relationship. Because how are you, Taurus, expected? I'll give you an example. If you, Taurus, are the ones that's paying for everything financially, you're doing the emotional work, and you've been within a relationship with said person for about 2 years. They get you cologne. Cologne costs $50. Compared to how much you've been spending overall over the course of the relationship, it's far more than $50. Remember, you pay for everything. So you paying for dates, you paying for their clothes, you're paying for their sneakers, you're paying for this, you're paying for that, paying for the rent, you're paying for this, you're paying for that, you're paying for all the food that you stuff the refrigerator with, you're paying for all of this. And then when you start to question, how come the other person don't have any money? Now they start getting upset at you. you start asking yourselves, you start to realize, my dear Taurus, that you are not being fulfilled. The other person is just taking what you are essentially offering up. You're the one that's truly kind of like trying to like really convince the person to really like you more, because you are bringing all this value to them. You really kind of like propositioning them to like you more because of what you can offer to them, the value that you can bring. And this is why I say about the enthusiasm thing. It's because in a forget about what everybody else says. I'm telling you the real game. I'm telling you how it is. In a real situation, don't ever accept someone just kind of halving it. They're not interested. If they are not just as enthusiastic to get to know you and see you, don't waste your time. Because the 3 of Raphael and the 9 of Gabriel represents relationships are already difficult enough. Don't make it more difficult on yourselves by giving yourselves another obstacle that is in the way. Don't do that. So let's clarify the 9 of Gabriel. The 9 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, Queen of Wands, 2 of Swords, and then you, Taurus, have the Queen of Cups. So to clarify the 9 of Gabriel. So these 3 cards right here, right? The Knight of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and then the Queen of Wands, right? Speaks to just don't be finding, you Taurus, don't be finding yourself comparing. If you find yourself in a situation where you Taurus are comparing, if they find themselves comparing, what you bring is not enough, send those people. I'm telling y'all how the world works. Send those people packing. And what I mean by that is they are enthusiastic to get to know you. Send those people packing. Stop being okay with relationships where people are not offering you any value. Okay? Everyone, if you ask me, needs to stop doing that, because this is what makes these parasitic relationships so normalized. And then when you start talking about 50-50, which is healthy relationships, people start thinking you bugging. Why you want to pay for their stuff? Did you just hear what is it you said? I want a person who is a grown adult to pay for their own stuff. A doy, yeah. If you start talking this nonsense, I'm already checked out. You lost me with this one, because that is an adult. Oh, so I need to go ahead and, as an adult myself, pay for my own stuff, which is expected. But then what is not as expected is to pay for another adult's things. Do you normally do that in a normal setting? Just walk up to random people and just pay their light bill, or offer to pay their light bill? No. So what is going on here? And then you have the 2 of Swords, and then you have the Queen of Cups. And this just speaks to how a lot of you very much so are again, don't allow people to just half it with you. In order for them to be, as the Queen of Cups, in order for them to get the value or more value out of you, Taurus, make sure that they bring value to the table with you too. But that's it. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, keep the channel going, as well as if you need help with anything, please make sure to contact me in the Linktree link, right? Click on it and it will redirect you to a website. There's a section where it says for private readings. Click on that. It'll redirect you to my other website for tarot readings. Book a session with me. Peace.